I mean, I think it's a long time coming. I'm a Rochesterian, and so I've known about the Adrian Jules brand for several decades. But I've been in Buffalo working and living for about 15 years, and met Peter again probably 10 or 12 years ago at the Buffalo Club when he was selling there. And I've been a loyal customer. Again, I'd known the Adrian Jules brand from being in Rochester. Believe it or not, I knew Brother Weeze very well back in the day. And so I know he was a big proponent of the brand on his show. And even when you were kind of up on Transit Road a little bit, I would always ask Peter, we really need to open a real flagship store here in Buffalo. So I think it's a long time coming. And I think with, the clothing that you're selling, your level of customer service, the relationships that you build, you'll be very successful here in Buffalo. It's inviting. There's always a lot of energy when you're coming into an Adrian Jules showroom. People are happy. You can really tell from the moment that you walk in the door that it's an environment built upon relationships. And, it's those relationships that keep people coming back. I know that Adrian Jules, since I've been a customer of Adrian Jules, they have evolved over time. I mean, let's face it, not a lot of people are wearing shirts and ties and full suits to work every day. I still wear a shirt and tie. I still wear a suit on occasion. I wear a shirt and tie 4 days a week. And so for me, Adrian Jules has been able to meet both, the traditional look, business look, but also has been able to help me with a more casual look as well. And so they kind of bridge kind of the evolution of male professional dress in 2025. Well, it's an Adrian Jules suit and tie and shirt. And so, it certainly has evolved over time. The first time that I bought ties from Adrian Jules has to be a decade ago. And they came back to me, and whoever you were using at a vendor at the time or to make your ties, exceedingly long, like you couldn't even wear them. And I got a kick out of it because who would ever make that tie and decide that was wearable? Like the other small challenges that I've had over time, Peter, he's always there to make things right. You may be a little annoyed at the time because you want things to be right, but the relationships that Peter has developed with myself, and I'm sure many of his customers, you're able to kind of work through challenges and problems because you're building clothing from the ground up. And so there's going to be some issues, but I give Peter credit. He has the right tact and the right personality for the job. And, certainly he and Adrian Jules, because of that, will be very successful here in Buffalo. I mean, I don't like to think a lot about what I have to wear or what I'm going to wear. Just my build is difficult to fit, and it has been over time. So that has had, or at least early in my career, caused me frustration when I had to go out and buy new clothes. And so with that relationship with Adrian Jules and with Peter, knowing the history of what I purchased, it makes life a lot easier. He has that personal touch where when he shows up to help me purchase whatever it is, he already knows what my history has been and is right there with some of the things that he knows that I'm going to be interested in. I give him credit too. He's built a relationship even with my wife, been to my house a couple of times as needed, and knows that ultimately she makes the final decision. So, he certainly has taken that personal touch up to even a higher level by cultivating that personal experience with my wife as well. The ultimate thing I can say about Adrian Jules is that I recommend it regularly. And I have sent several professional and friends to Peter over time that have chosen to use Adrian Jules as well. So, I think that is the ultimate thing when your customers are recommending you to other people. And I never hesitate to do that. The reality is my first day. I just walked in the door. But I do have experience. I've been to the Rochester showroom a handful of times as well. I look forward to stopping in. Now that you're here and my office is in Williamsville, it will give me occasion to be able to stop in and see what's going on. Well, I mean, Peter has certainly moved my eye away from, traditional business shirts. And, over time, I have gotten a little bit more, less cautious about shirts and ties. The same thing could be said for the lining of my suits. Because all of that stuff is customized, I have a couple of jackets and a couple of suits with some really creative, fun lining that when people see that, they always ask where I got that, and I don't hesitate to tell them. So I think it's the small things, some of the stitching, some of the lining, the breadth of different types of shirts that are available, and it's just a lot of the little things. To me, clothing is a lot of things that we purchase in life. You want to buy it very, very good and hope that it lasts a long time. And I can say again, I've been doing business with Adrian Jules for over a decade now, and that has held true. It is an investment, but there's a lot of things in life that we purchase because they're investments and lifestyle choices. Adrian Jules for me is one of those. It's really a lifestyle choice. And, I can just say that it's really held up well over time. Come to Adrian Jules in Williamsville. They'll take great care of you.